Last video we talked about having a practice canvas or a practice board where you apply your excess paint and sort of work through your process. Today I'm going to talk about the finishing part of that canvas board and what I do with it. So I layer on the paint that I talked about layer by layer, and then there comes a point in time when your practice canvas becomes your focal point and it's sort of all you're doing. I sort of obsess over it. At that point, I sort of clean up the lines and define the shapes, and sometimes I add some details. You'll know with your piece what it's calling for. At that point, it's ready to seal. So what I do is apply an acrylic medium. It could be a gel medium, a gloss medium, a matte. Sometimes I mix them. And I apply it with a brush. If you have a small piece like this one, you're going to want to use a small brush, or I do. You can pour it on, you can roll it on, however you want to apply it. Some people use a palette knife if you're using a gel medium. So it all works. It's all part of practicing your process. So I put the medium, the acrylic gloss medium, on my glass palette, and I just start randomly brushing it on because I like to see the strokes. I like to see the texture. I like the marking, sort of the hand of the artist, to show on my piece. There's no such thing as perfection, and there's beauty in imperfection. So let this be part of learning and growing as you practice. Now, this is a thin layer. You don't want to overwork it. I know that I'm missing some spots. That's okay, because once I complete this first layer, I'm going to let it dry for probably 3 or 4 hours, or maybe I'll come back tomorrow and I'll put on another coat. I generally put on 3 coats total before I sign it and move on to my next project. Now, I can already see the colors are becoming more vivid. That's one of the things that I love about varnishing my pieces.